Hey, Math 10-3, and welcome to the Chapter 2 test. So let's get started. Number one, if Brenda earns $12.15 an hour and gets a 3.2% raise, how much will she earn per hour? All right, so remember, you need to change this to a decimal first, and then just remember it also says how much will she earn per hour, and that it's a raise. So if you're getting a raise, what would you do with that after you figure out that part? Okay, so yeah, go ahead and answer number one now. Okay, number two. How much will you earn in a year as an apprentice metalworker if you are paid $750 every 2 weeks? So what I would do here is I'd figure this out in months first. So if you get paid $750 every 2 weeks, how much would you make a month? And then from that, once you know how much you make every month, I'd change that into how much would you make every year. And that's how I'd work my way through that one. Okay, so go ahead and answer number two now. Okay, number three. What is your annual salary if your monthly salary is this? So again, you just need to make sure you know that there are 12 months in a year, right? That's your kind of hint for that one. So go ahead and answer number three now. Number four, as a medical technician, Stephanie has been offered a job that pays $53,000 per year and another job that pays $25.50 per hour. Assuming a 40-hour work week and all other conditions being the same, at which job will she earn more? All right, so really what we have here is we've got a certain amount per year. What I would do is I'd figure out how much this other job gives you per year. So start off with per hour. You work 40 hours per week and then keep working your way up. Figure out how much you make in 1 week. And then what I do is figure out how much you make in 1 month and then figure out how much you would make in 1 year. So just keep on working your way up. Okay, so go ahead and answer number four now. Number five, Tommy made $20.55 commission on a $685 sale. What was his rate of commission? So really what we're asking is what percentage commission did he make? That's usually what would happen, right? So if he made this kind of a sale, he would make some percentage of that value. And apparently after whatever percentage he made gave him $20.55. So you need to figure out that percentage. So go ahead and answer number five now. Number six, Vaughn works as a car salesman. He earns 8% commission on the after cost profit when he sells a car. If he sells a car for $12,795, that costs the dealer $9,280. How much does he make? Okay, so what we're really figuring out here is that he's going to make 8%. So again, I would write 8% as a decimal. Give you a hint here. It's not going to be 0.8. It's going to be a little different than that. That's what people always seem to make a mistake with. So yeah, it's not going to be 0.8%. It's going to be a little different. Now we just need to figure out what is 0.8% of, well, it's going to be 0.8% of one of these two numbers. And just from the wording here, it says he earns 8% commission on the after cost profit. So now back here again, if he sells a car for $12,000 yada yada yada, that costs the dealer this much. And actually I misspoke there. What I would do is figure out how much it would be after the cost of it. So I would take this number and I'd subtract this number from it. I'd subtract the cost of the dealer, and that would be after the cost. So then you're going to use that number. So I've probably given away too much. If you would need to rewind it to kind of make sure you got my hint there, go ahead and do that. But then you're figuring out what 8% commission of the after cost was. Okay, so go ahead and answer number 6 now. Number 7. Jenny earns $12.42 an hour, but earns double time and a half when she works on a statutory holiday. If she works 6-hour shift on a holiday, how much will she earn that day? So really what we got to figure out is what does she make per hour, and then multiply that by 6 hours. So the key is here though, double time and a half. Okay, so what I would do is figure out what double time is. So if this is just one time, right, that's how much you make, per normal time. Double time would be double that. So that's your first step. But then we got to figure out it's double time and a half. So what is half of this? And then we're also going to have to add that to our number, how much you make an hour. This is going to become really relevant when you guys start working and they tell you you're going to make double time and a half. That would be good money. So figure that out and then figure out how much she would make after 6 hours. So go ahead and answer number 7 now. Okay, moving on. Number 8. Harold works 40 hours regular time at $18.25 and 5.25 hours overtime at time and a half. How much does he earn? Okay, so for this one, you're going to have 2 parts, right? We're going to have 40 hours of regular time. So you could just figure that out, right? Just, 40 hours times this. It's going to give you the part 1. And then part 2, though, we're going to have 5.25 hours overtime at time and a half. So we got to figure out what time and a half is. So what I would do first is figure out what is half of this. And then we're going to have this plus half of it. That's what time and a half is. And then multiply that by 2.5 hours. And then add the 2 of them together because that's total what they would earn. Okay, so go ahead and answer number 8 now. All right, number 9. Nanette crochets scarves and sells them for $15.95 each. If material costs her $7.52 per scarf, how much does she make if she sells 9 scarves? Okay, so for this one, what I would do is figure out how much she makes on 1 scarf and then multiply it by 9 to figure out how much she would make on 9 scarves. So I'll let you guys go ahead and answer number 9 now. Okay, number 10. Cho bids $5,750 for a contract. If he hires 4 men for 2 days at 8 hours each day, so that's how many hours they would work, at what rate, or at a rate of $12.50 an hour, and his materials cost him $1,675.84, how much does he earn? So really we get this much, and we need to subtract these 4 men's pay at 8 hours at this kind of a rate, and then also subtract the materials that we're going to use. How much is Cho going to be left with? Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go ahead and answer number 10 now. Okay, how much CPP will be taken off of your $782.45 taxable income at 4.95%? This is literally one of the things that whenever I give you guys a timesheet, this is one of the ones on there. You got to figure out what 4.95% of this is. That's it. So go ahead and answer number 11 now. Number 12. Padma has been offered isolation pay of $125 per week to work as a park ranger in northern Alberta. How much will she make in a 40-hour work week if she is normally paid $21.52 an hour? Okay, for this one, really, you just need to figure out how much she would get paid for 40 hours of work if she made this much. And then she also makes $125 a week. So I'll let you guys go ahead and answer 12A now. Okay, 12B. Adding in isolation pay, what is her hourly rate? So what it's saying is that she normally makes $21.52 an hour. But let's say that if you just added this in, how much would she make an hour? So I'll let you guys go ahead and try to figure that one out. So answer 12B now. Okay, moving on. And that's it. Okay, so that's going to be it for the test. Hopefully it went okay, and I'll see you guys in the next unit.